Jared here at Universal Studios in Orlando, and it is the night before Halloween Horror Nights 31. And every year for Halloween Horror Nights, I like to go through the park, sort of as like a little preview for myself. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. It looks like it's going to rain, so I'm kind of hoping I get it all in. I haven't seen the tribute store. There's a lot of the Scare Zone stuff I haven't seen, and I kind of want to walk around and just look at the entrance portals, but it should be fun. Yeah, the first thing I'll check out here is Horrors of Halloween Scare Zone and the Plaza of the Stars. This one looks really cool. I'm always disappointed in the zone here. I did like last year's 30 Years of Fear, but it seems like every year prior to that I haven't really cared for this one. But this year, I got a lot of hope. It's gonna have the Pumpkin Lord in it. What exactly are these vines made of? Oh, they're soft. Oh, they're foam filled. I bet you could probably make those out of like pool noodles or like pipe insulation, something like that. I'm really curious as to what the scare actors in this area are gonna look like. Are they gonna be all like pumpkin-y or trick-or-treaters? Or if they're gonna sort of recycle those giant pumpkin stalkers that they've used in years past. I'm not sure how I feel about the scaffolding here and all the pumpkins are attached to it. I haven't made up my mind yet. I'll have to see it at night. It's interesting. I didn't show the first portal, but it's over there in between the Universal store and the Minion ride, and it's I believe that one's Spirit of the Coven, and this one right here in Central Plaza, or Music Plaza rather, is Hellblock. I think it was supposed to be Evil Dead, but things happened, I guess. Now this is the portal for Halloween, and I'm a little bit bummed out that Halloween is going to be over here, which means it's probably going to be in Soundstage 23. I was really hoping that was going to be the house that was the lineup area for Music Plaza, not Hellblock. Man, I think my evening's gonna get cut short. I made a poor choice coming at this point. Should have made it earlier. But look at this. This is gonna be interesting for tomorrow for the New York Stay and Scream. Look how much of this is blocked off. Yeah, this is a gigantic chunk missing, which is weird because this is the one I was thinking about doing tomorrow because I'd like to do Halloween first. Although this guy wants to do Snug House Bug House first.
I'm just thinking of strategy.
Alright, we're cutting over here to Hollywood, and I wanted to walk into it this particular way. This is Graveyard Deadly Unrest, but first, see the little stop sign there? I've been here a million times and never seen it do anything, and it just switched from go to stop. I've never seen that. But let's take a look at what we got here. Seems to be a lot of detail on these crypts. I wonder if this is somehow ties back to Graveyard Games. Probably not. Because I think this is, I think I saw this was called like Nettlewood Cemetery. I don't remember what the cemetery was called in Graveyard Games. So this is kind of interesting. They wouldn't just have stairs here for no reason. I'm excited to see what that's gonna end up being. Man, I like how they got the props just jutting out into the road. There's another piece. This one looks like it's gonna have an actor that jumps out or does something. They really put a lot of effort into the detail of these this year. Spanish moss. But these little cheap cobwebs are a little bit out of place. It looks like the Scare Zone pretty much just repeats itself on this side of Hollywood. And this year, the Lagoon Show is called Ghoulish, a Halloween Tale. And check it out, I just noticed it when I walked up here that it's a record. It's like a old Halloween album. He used to have stuff. Oh yeah, 13-page read-along book. I had stuff like that when I was a kid. It's kind of a shame they don't do that anymore. Yeah, a little surprising. I thought the Lagoon Show would be based on the weekend, since they've got that property. I'm sure by now everybody knows that two house locations that we used to have, Shrek and the Men in Black tent, are no longer at the event this year. I think just for this year. but instead we've got a house here in the Fast and the Furious queue, and this is going to be Blumhouse, I do believe. It's going to be interesting because I'm curious as to where they're going to exit. Are they going to actually exit up there in San Francisco where that scare zone is? That could be a logistical nightmare if it is the case. Man, it might start busting a gut here any minute, but still, I'm going to head into San Francisco and check out Conjure the Dark, the scare zone. Every year this thing, or this zone over here, is just packed with people. It's a huge bottleneck. I think they've used these same little boxes in other scare zones, like I think in Vikings Undead. Oh my goodness. This is gonna get rough quick. So it's gonna be real exciting to see what show or whatever they're gonna do on this little stage area. And I always like seeing the props that they've got covered up. Like I said, this one's got me a little nervous. Just like every year. It's a pain in the butt to walk through. It's a kind of a pain in the butt to walk through right now. Halloween Nightmare Fuel Wildfire. Wow, look at the size of that sign. They've got all the dates, but not the times. Oh, the times are over here. Hopefully this year I'll actually get to watch this show. I have never made it to any of the shows inside Fear Factor Live, not even once. So the entrance to Bugs Eaten Alive is all the way here, and you are going to walk all the way down there, all the way behind Men in Black to get to Sprung Tent 2, and that's gonna be one heck of a haul.
Quite the hike.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that. I wonder what the reasoning behind it was to move it. If it was like a crowd issue or just...
I don't imagine the crowd. It got pretty congested.
Maybe Universal really just likes people just entering this section of the park for haunted houses.
The longer the walk, the more amped you get.
And here's the other Sprung Tent entrance. This is Descendants of Destruction, I do believe. I thought right there is where I expected it to be, but I guess I was wrong. I figured that'd be the easier path to get to it. But I don't know. I'm looking forward to this one quite a bit. This is interesting to me. This is the Chucky Good Guys food booth. I thought this might be back where the photo op is. I don't know if anybody remembers the photo op from last year over there, kind of in front of King's Cross or London. Interesting that they would separate the two. I am about to head back into Kid Zone and check out the portals in the food booth, but that's interesting. I kind of like it, but I'm not sure what they're going for with that sort of look. But this one over here looks really cool. It's like an old sort of haunted house castle style facade. This area gets really crowded as well with all these food booths and then the two entrances to the two haunted houses back here, which you can see the portals from here. It's going to be the Weekend and Legends Collide. Dracula versus the Wolfman versus the Mummy, which Legends Collide is the haunted house I think I'm looking forward to the most alongside Halloween. There is surprisingly quite a bit of stuff in this zone, and this one is exceptionally cool because they built this giant barn that we're going to be able to walk through. Man, they got doesn't it look like they got way more set up here?
Way more
than they did last year. And well, actually any year. I don't remember them ever having this many props in Central Park.
Yeah, no, they only had like last year those little...
It's an interesting
caves.
Scarecrow. It's like a doppelganger. Like 6-arm Scarecrow. Man, these look really cool. A lot of this stuff I think I recognize from other years. Like, I think this was out for Twisted Traditions, but it lends itself well to Scarecrow. I'm going to take another walk through, partially through anyway, going from this way because there's a lot of cool looking stuff here too. Look at that windmill, and it really went all out with Scarecrow. Actually, all the zones, it seems like there's a lot more out this year. I wonder what prompted them to really kind of step it up with these areas. That's pretty clever use of burlap. You can tell it's starting to rain now, so I'm going to really have to pick up the pace. This is going to cut my little Night Before Horror Nights evening short. Well, because it's gonna rain, I think what I'm gonna do is rush through Sting Alley here and take shelter in the tribute store. Oh, wow. I really like how they put a food booth back here in Sting Alley this year. I guess that means I'm not gonna be able to just sit back here and relax. Meats. That's really cool. I hope they start doing stuff back here in this alley every year. Kind of just rushing through the New York scare zone of Sweet Revenge to head into the tribute store. But this zone looks really good this year too. The only issue with it is it's so big that the props are really spread out, but I think it'll still be pretty good. But my goodness, time to take shelter. Oh, that's really cool. This is a theme to a dark ride. I haven't seen anything at all in the tribute store, so this is all a total surprise. But yeah, luckily we were annual pass holder members. That's how we were able to get in here at the moment. Oh wow, so far this is super cool. Oh yeah. You can see the track on the ground there. Yeah, this looks better than most of those little dark rides that you would see anyway. Oh, there, look at the fan. Alright, heading into the second room here. Hollow Hills Cemetery. Ooh, I see some Michael Myers masks. The merchandise this year everywhere is super cool looking. Oh. They really went all out on the merch this year. Actually, the whole everything. Jimmy, look behind the look behind the. See the little dude popping up? I missed that the first time. This tribute store is really weird because it's a little bit too themed for an actual dark ride, yet it does have the little hokey dark ride elements to it, like those ghosts back there and this little bat here in the front. You know what I mean? But then you'll see stuff like this and it just seems really out of place. It looks like they did the thing again this year where you could pay to have your picture put up in the tribute store. Interesting.
Product knowledge is what we justified it as.
Well, this reminds me of Hansel and Gretel. Look at these little screamers, studio screamers, very similar to Funko Pops. I think my wife would really like that shirt. We'll find out. Or maybe some of these earrings. Seems like she might get some of those. I'd love to get one of these, but really I only want Michael. Try to get a nice pan of this room. I wish they had the dark ride type doors that you slam through.
Yeah.
That would have been pretty cool. I don't know how they would have incorporated it, but I wish they had figured something out. Oh man. This final room here seems to be based on like a little village or town, dead and breakfast. Terribly twisted treats. Frank's House of Plastic with the little blow mold things there. They did one hell of a good job in the tribute store this year. Very impressed.
Have a good night, sir. Thanks again.
Oh, there you go. That's where they would bring the little car back, and there's usually a little bonus room. It looks like this year it's themed to a gift shop. That's what I'm guessing. Erie Emporium. And then over here they actually put out a little electric chair. Man, I remember years ago when these electric chairs and the electric chair prop with the dude rocking in it started appearing at haunted houses. They're not really a thing anymore. I think that might be my favorite tribute store that they've ever done. I think that was really creative and clever. They really stepped it up this year. And here's the entrance portals for Dead Man's Pier and Fiesta de Chupacabras. Right at the exit of the tribute store. Well, it kind of quit raining a little bit, so I can take a quick look around Sweet Revenge here. So I can get a better idea of what it's going to look like tomorrow. I like the little, it's supposed to be like a, what would you call it, like a town festival. Gone wrong, that's what I'm guessing. So that's why they got like some of these little silly props out with some of the scarier ones. And the description said there was going to be parade floats. So obviously they're not going to put those out in the street today. So looking forward to seeing that tomorrow. I really, really hope that they have parade floats out in here. I was super excited to read that. I wonder if that little ice cream cart is recycled from Vamp 55. This is a fall photo op here in front of the Mummy, which by the way is open again. Finally. It looks like, hopefully it's like, kind of looks like there's two people under there. Hopefully a fall king and queen, or maybe it's just gonna end up being a fall couple. A lot of props right here for Sweet Revenge, all covered up. And then a judge's booth back there with some stairs. Ooh, somebody's gonna be up in that. And then I kind of rushed into the tribute store earlier because of the rain. Get a look at the facade. If I had taken my time and when I walked in, I would have noticed the little ticket booth there. Probably would have keyed me into it being a dark ride or some sort of a haunted house attraction before I went in, but I missed that. Well, that's going to do it for me tonight here at Universal Studios. Kind of an abbreviated trip through for my Halloween Horror Nights 31 preview, or Halloween Horror Nights 2022. I'm not sure which they're calling it this year because I'm seeing the 2022 on the merchandise, but it looks like it's going to be a really great event. The highlight was that tribute store. I thought that was a really cool, clever idea, a dark ride, so I enjoyed that a lot. And I'm really fired up for a lot of the scare zones, especially Scarecrow, and the houses, Halloween and Legends collide in particular, but they all sound really good. I think it's going to be a really good year.
I'm excited. That scare zone, that Scarecrow scare zone looked amazing.
Yeah, well, they all the zones look like they had a ton of stuff in them, but
yeah,
Scarecrow in particular.
That's my favorite.
Yeah, please don't let me down. So, all right, until tomorrow, thanks for watching.